The Realtor, brought to you by Crystal Rivers Mall and Residences.
A place to invest in. Where we are today, we are at a project by Safaricom Staff Pension Scheme, and the project goes by the name the Crystal Rivers. Now, this project constitutes of both the commercial and residential spaces. As you can see right behind me on my right and left, are townhouses. Right from where I face is a whole mall, making it a complete mixed-use development. I'll be taking you through this project, and we shall be going through, an apartment that is right here, a town, and us living within a city. Wow, and I've told you that this is an experience that you must end your ear with. You know what? It is exclusively serene, and I don't want to say much because I've not been here, but the developer is right here with me, and I believe this is one of the way. I believe it's a tip I'm gonna give you to end your ear. I'm with Judy, who will take us through this experience. Just take a notebook, get a paper, because at the end of the day you'll have the contacts. And could you want to be here? Could you want to have a visit to this very place? Just get in touch with Judy. Judy, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Wow. Why are you tempting me to leave my place for this place, honestly?
And why not? That's the exact reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the feeling that you should
Crystal
be
Rivers.
Right now. Crystal Rivers.
You know, I've been on this road over and time and again, and I'm like, why don't I come here and see what you have, people? It's amazing. Introduce yourself, tell us who you are and where we are.
All right, so my name is Judy Meruri. I'm the sales lead at Crystal Rivers Mall and Residence. Yeah, this is located in Athi River along Mombasa Road, just after the expressway.
Right. When I was passing by here, I didn't know that I was coming in to see the mall. I didn't know this, such a big development right behind. Tell us what is all about this.
All right, so Crystal Rivers is a mixed development, like you said. We do have a mall where you are. I'm sure you saw a supermarket, Chandarana, some shops, and shoppers. It's already busy. And then now at the back, we have the residences. This is where we are right now. So the residence side, we have townhouses, 3 and 4 bedroom, and then we have apartments. We're now in a 3-bedroom apartment. Yes.
So what we're talking about here is a mixed-use development. You're talking of a commercial space as well as your residential area. And Judy, there's so much I've seen around this. I want us to paint a picture because I cannot imagine this person missing what I've seen. Kylie, paint us a picture of what we have at Crystal Rivers. Yeah. Okay,
so once you drive into the residence from the mall, you're welcomed. Like I said, we have townhouses and we have apartments which we are currently selling, and all our apartments are 3 bedrooms. Okay, so we are 5 floors high, 20 units per block. Each block has a lift. Each apartment has its own solar water heating system, so you don't have to worry about hot water here, especially during the day. As long as it's sunny, in the evening you come to a hot shower. Yeah.
You said you're selling?
Yes, we are selling.
Kevis, we are coming there in a minute. A hot water shower, is that?
Yes, then we have amenities as a swimming pool for the community. We do have a school, an in-house school called Diamond Junior. They offer very good curriculum. So it's for the young ones it's a kindergarten up to grade 3. And then after that, you can transfer your kids to their main campus. So we have that here inside Crystal Rivers. We also have a backup generator. Our streets light very well at night. We have CCTV. The security here is amazing. And we also have a biodigester for water recycling.
So you don't have to mind the sewer lines and all this?
No.
Now, Judy, what inspired this kind of setup?
Okay, it's not been very common to see developments which are a mixed use, and this is the first and the only mixed use development in Athi River. So the developer, they wanted to do something unique, something that, you live here, you can work here, you can play here, you can shop here without having to leave this compound. You can school here. Your children, of course, can go to school here.
Right.
Yeah, without having to leave the compound. And that was the whole idea, to just give people convenience which is not very common.
And probably one thing I must highlight here is, I don't know again how you fell into this, or rather on this ground, because it is actually it's touching the highway. From the mall to this place, we are touching the highway, then getting to this about 50 or so meters. This kind of convenience, was it factored or it was just a good coincidence?
Let's just say with the expressway, it's not something, because this development was built before even the expressway was there, and then now the expressway came after, which has become such a big added advantage to Crystal Rivers. We have seen it attracting a lot of investors, and people now also want to buy and live here, because I mean, from Westlands to here is 25 minutes. Right. Between here and JKIA is 10 minutes. Now, this is not the old Mombasa Road we used to know of. Yeah, you can get here fast, and now that has brought us a lot of demand, and also for the fact that you can shop here, you can live here, your kids can go to school here without you having to leave the compound, has also been it's been attractive to investors, because that also means the ROI here is very good. Wow.
And I don't know what you'll be doing, because I bet you must be having a spillover plan, because in a short time this will be sold out. Let's come to these apartments we're talking about. From the mall to the mall is right there, right behind you have the apartments. What kind of apartments are we having? I know we are in one, but maybe you can tell us more about the apartments.
Yes, okay, so they're all 3 bedrooms. That is the product that we have. Master and suite. The 2 other share. It's very spacious, very airy, and they're going for 6.5 million.
6.5?
Only.
As a Kenyan, you should say only.
I just added it.
Because I know I've been on taking these people round and round, and I can tell you, when you talk about the price, I don't want to say that it's cheap or it's much, but there's something it's hitting when you talk about 6 point for such an amenity, such a product altogether. Now, when you're talking about 6.5 million for a 3-bedroom, is it for all units, or do you have other units, maybe 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, or do you have 3?
No, we only have 3, going for 6.5.
Right.
Yes.
And how are they spread? We're talking about 3 floors, you said 5 floors.
5 floors per block, so every floor has 4 apartments. So each block gives you 20 units.
20 units.
Yeah, so you can see, and we have 13 blocks. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know the issue of parking has been there since time immemorial. How have you sorted this out?
We have a lot of parking. Each apartment will have its own parking, and we also have extra parking for visitors.
Right.
Yeah.
And now let's come to, when you talk about 3 bedrooms, my little experience tells me you are family oriented, kinda. Or how have you taken care of the kids around?
We have a playground. Actually, we have a swimming pool. There's an in-house school for the young ones, again. So here the kids, actually, they love it here. We already have families that live here. And if you come here in the evening, you know, because the place is also big, we are on 17 acres. So this place is, kids can ride bikes, you know, our streets are cabro paved, so it's very safe for kids to run around, to ride their bikes in the evening, till a bit late, even at 6:30, 7, you'll find them just out here, because also our streets are well lit, but most also they get to enjoy the play area that has been set up here.
Anytime we talk of kids, of course, security has to be.
Yes, yes. Our security here is very good. I'm sure even when you are coming here, it was not easy to get in. Yes, our security is good. All our gates are manned. The gates from the mall connecting to the residents. And we also have that gate, the gates to the mall and the residents is only for the residents. So if you're coming looking for a house, you'll have to be sent to another gate. That means we are really taking care of our residents. Yeah, despite the fact that, you know, we have the commercial next door.
You know, as I was touring here, a security officer came and asked me, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Where did you come from?" Kaniambia, "I've seen you from the cameras." And I was like, "Okay,
yes,
it's okay."
They're watching. They're always watching.
It's a good thing. Now, as we wind up this part, tell me, when someone wants to come here, either to buy, to view, or to interact with you people, how do you go about it?
Okay, so we do have a site office which is open Monday to Sunday from 9 to 5 p.m. And They come, we have a big team here, we'll show them around, we'll help them select a unit. After that, once you're ready to buy, like we said, our apartments are going for 6.5 million, we send you an offer letter. Yeah, then the paperwork begins. Send you an offer letter, you pay a 10% deposit. We only ask for 10% deposit as a commitment. Then you sign your offer letter, and then the rest of the process continues with the legal team.
You know what? This is a project, or rather product by Safaricom staff pension scheme. Okay, the product itself is a Crystal Rivers, and it's located at the river. That is, we are touching Mombasa Road, and from here, direct you get into the expressway. From here to Westlands, 20 minutes you're there. You know what? You can afford this because Judy is here just to guide you and to tell you how flexible your journey to affording this or to acquiring this can be. Don't go away, because after this short break, we'll be right back with somebody who will tell us more about the legal process, and Judy will still come and tell us where can you get them and more about the mall that is there, and most of the spaces that you could be having for your business. Don't go away.
Wanasema wasemao kuwa elimu ni bahari haiishi kwa kuchotwa. Wakati mwingi natangamana na wanafunzi madarasani, sio kama mwalimu bali kama nahodha kwenye kipindi cha tasnia ya elimu. Na iwapo utanikosa madarasani, basi utanipata nyanjani nikisaka habari zenye usawa, ufasaha na ukweli. Na iwapo utanikosa nyanjani, bila shaka utanipata studioni, hapa nikisoma habari na kuendesha mijadala mikomavu. Mimi ni Andrin Kilemi.
Welcome back. This is the Realtor, and we're here at Crystal Rivers, located at the river that is actually touching Mombasa Road, a few meters away from the first entry to the expressway. And you know what? You can afford this apartment. You can afford such a living, such a lifestyle with only 6.5 million Kenyan shillings. And again, Judy is here to tell us more about the affordability, because I always tell you the affordability term comes in two phases. Maybe the amount, that is the quantifiable amount, and also the flexibility. Because you could be having something at 1,000 only, but you don't have it. So it is affordable, but you cannot buy it. So that's why we have Judy right back. And karibu sana, madam. I'm so excited. You know what? I feel like I already own this place.
Very good.
Kama unataka kuhisi kama mimi, karibu sana. Because Judy is here and the apartments are available for you. They are sold, but not sold out because you've not come. Now, someone may feel like 6 million is a lot. And nowadays we believe in, in mortgages, we believe in chamas, we believe in whatever source of money. Now, tell us how much, or rather how many models or formulas can one acquire this?
First of all, we have partnered with one of the banks. So you can consider taking a mortgage with one of our financial partners at a rate of, an unchanging rate of 9.5. The current bank rate is what, almost 16%?
16, yeah, actually 16 point.
But you can get an apartment in Crystal Rivers at an unchanging rate of 9.5%. Whether you sign up for 10 years, for 15, up to 25 years, that rate will not change. Speak to us. Number two, you can buy through cash. So you do a 10% deposit and you can pay the rest in 60 days. And number three, we can give you an installment plan for 12 months. You still again pay a 10% deposit. The balance you spread across 12 months.
And I believe, Judy, you bear me witness that people nowadays are coming together for such, in terms of chamas, in terms of investment groups. How do you handle such?
As for chamas and SACCOs, actually, we also have clients who've bought through their SACCO. So if you're a member of a SACCO, you can also go to your SACCO and you can buy through your SACCO. For chamas also, because we are all in chamas and we come together to buy properties. So at Crystal Rivers, we have a deal for groups, including that. So what we do is if you buy between 5 to 9 units, we can give you a 5% discount on each unit. If you buy 10 to 20, we give you a 10% discount on each unit. So really, you'll be buying under what? 6.5 million.
6.5, yeah.
Yeah, under 6 million actually, yeah.
Thank you. And maybe the last question, because we didn't mention this, you can tell us, painters now, you have done a lot in painting as a picture of the whole, neighborhood, but tell us about this particular unit that you are in.
So your typical 3-bedroom apartment is, first of all, it measures 1,700 square feet. So you have very spacious living area that can fit up to the 7-seater capacity. You have an open plan kitchen. In our kitchen also, our water here, actually, we have no issues with water. We do have a borehole. We do have also water from the city council, and we're increasing our capacity on how to handle that. Also in the house, we have installed a filtration system in the kitchen so that to make your tap water drinkable. Yeah. So we do have a pantry. The kitchen comes with a spacious pantry, a washing area, which is so airy. And we also have an option for where you can hang clothes at the rooftop also. So we give you that option of either using your apartment yard or the rooftop to hang your clothes. Like I mentioned earlier, it's master and suite. The other 2 bedrooms share, and they're quite spacious as well, with ample wardrobe spaces.
Amazing, amazing. Especially when it comes to laundry area and the kitchen pantry. I know watu wengi wanachangangwa hapo. And with all these kind of amenities, how many are left?
We are at 92% sold. So you need to rush to Crystal Rivers to book yourself a unit. So
if you're talking about left, you're talking about 8%.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And now because we are in the festive season, there's a lot of movement. Our diaspora market, this is when they're coming in, and they're also coming right here. We've already sold the past week because December is their time. So by January,
Kwisha. And there you're talking about, ladies talk about my house, my car, my job. Tell them about your advice to ladies and to young people who are out there earning, spending 50,000 plus on apartments rental. What's your take? Or what's your word to them?
We are here to say tumekuwa tukifurusha landlords. So during this festive season, please, 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 you can afford an apartment in Crystal Rivers even with as low as 50K a month. If you take a mortgage with us of 9.5%, the rate I mentioned, for 25 years, it translates to 50K a month. So it's that affordable. So why are you paying that landlord that 50K? Come here and pay that 50K and you own your home.
I know you have a reservation, some fear inside you when it comes to property acquisition. And you know what? The Crystal Rivers have a legal team that will be taking you through the legal process to make sure that everyone and every of your interest is covered. I'm back with Wakili, who will be telling us more about the legal processes and how to be covered. Don't go the shortcuts, because always, as we say, shortcuts are very long. And at one time, they'll not get you where you are going. Karibu sana Wakili.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're there and you've been worrying. You're worried because you have lost in the past, or you've seen what is happening in the real estate market and its space in Kenya. Now, what you need to do is just engage a legal firm, engage a Wakili, engage an advocate who will take care of your worries. And that's why Crystal Rivers has not left this behind. It is all under one roof, imagine. And remember, all this inclusive in your 6.5 million for a 3-bedroom apartment in such an exclusive environment. Now, Wakili, karibu sana.
Thank you.
Tusalimie, tuambie jina.
Thank you, Robert. So my name is Judy Modhoni Kabubu. I'm a partner at Modhaora Mugambia Yugi and Jonjo Advocates. I head the real estate and banking and finance department. and I have been the lead lawyer, so to speak, for Crystal Rivers Safaricom Staff Pension Scheme since inception, 2015. Since we started, broke ground up to now when we are selling the units, and I'm still on the ground.
I believe we don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to worries of an investor or someone who is buying a property somewhere in Kenya especially. Where do we start going wrong as investors, whether for business or for residents?
So where we start going wrong, and the one thing that I appreciated about this project was they brought in legal from the beginning. Like I told you, we've been here since groundbreaking. So after they had purchased the property and decided they wanted to develop the estate, the mixed-use development, they brought in legal. And we've worked with them from that time. We used to come for site meetings when they were constructing, and you're able to cite whatever legal issues that might come up in between. You're also able to advise as the project comes into reality, like now what we are seeing now. As law changes, you're also able to advise the developer, this law has changed, so now we need to do ABC. What developers, I believe, are doing is they're playing catch up. So I've developed, I have land. They didn't even start with change of use. So most land in Kenya has a particular use. Mostly it's agricultural for the better part of the country. This particular one was industrial. So you have to start from that point. Now you want to develop a mixed-use development, but your user is industrial. Yes, so you have to start from change of use and going on. As the law changes, you also change.
Wow.
Yes.
And we're talking about changing of law, and there was introduction of Section of Property Act in 2019-2020. How did it favor such kind of a development, and how are you taking down your clients?
Okay, so like I mentioned, because of being on the ground from the get-go, it allowed us, when the Act came into place in 2020 and the Regulations 9/2021, to advise the client now to change the residential part of the development into sectional titles. So we were able to do that, because it also takes a time period to switch to sectional titles. From the mother title. So what we have is one title. We had two titles, one for the houses, one for the apartments, and that is where all the properties, all the houses, units sat. So you had to change now to sectional titles where each unit is able to get their own.
So from where you sit, you tell us at Crystal Rivers, every single apartment has got its title deed?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I have seen them, I have held them. All 398 units have their own titles.
Wow, and from that kind of a parcel, from that size of land, you raised, or rather you did 398 units. How many are sold out?
So of the 398 units, 260 are apartments. The rest are townhouses, which are totally sold out. So currently you can't purchase a townhouse. So the focus right now, of course, is selling off the remaining apartments. Again, very few are left. They're going very fast. So for anyone who wants to purchase, the earlier you contact us, the better. Otherwise, you will find that they are gone. And of the 398, as at now, 85 titles have been issued. So the 398 titles, when they came out as sectionals, came out in the name of Safaricom Staff Pension Scheme. So now we're undertaking the process of transferring them to the purchasers that have bought. 85 of them are complete, and by the end of the year, let's say December 25th, around there, we will have done 110. Yes.
And of course, we understand there are those who are paying slowly. There are those who have, agreements with banks and all this. Yes. So once they complete, you immediately transfer their titles.
Yes. The minute you complete your mortgage process or you complete payment of the purchase price and other costs, we transfer your unit.
Thank you very much. I don't know what much you need to hear, especially when it comes from a legal expert, a legal practitioner, you know, because much of what you are going through is because you don't have the knowledge. I've told you always information is power, and that's why we will not hesitate bringing you anything that would be of help to you, especially in your journey to property acquisition. Now, I believe we cannot contain Crystal Rivers in one episode. What I've done is just a highlight. Go to crystalrivers.co.ke, and much of information is there, photos are there, and also the contacts are there on their website. So until next time, I wish Wakili to quit here and say goodbye to these people. Now they will follow you together with Judy, and you'll help them. God bless you.